Lightworker, welcome to my channel for another card review. My name is George Lizos. I'm a spiritual teacher, intuitive healer, the #1 best-selling author of Be the Guru, Lightworkers Gotta Work, and Protect Your Light. And I'm so excited to be here to share with you this beautiful new deck by my friend Sophie Bashford. Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians. I am so obsessed with this deck already. I've been waiting to get my hands of it for so long, and I'm so excited it's here because it's the first deck I've worked with that balances the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies. It's not just about goddesses, it's not just about gods, it's about them both, which I think is a collective purpose of lightworkers to help bridge the gap between the masculine and the feminine energy and just radiate out this balanced energy in the world. Okay, so first of all, this is a deck by Hay House. As you can see, the cover is matte with this golden spot over here. We've got some beautiful imagery and samples of the cards. The card deck, as I said, is by Sophie Bashford, who is a leading intuitive channel, best-selling author, goddess expert, and writer for the re-emergence of the divine feminine, and Hilary Wilson. Hilary Wilson combines her medical illustration background with her love for fantasy, wonder, and emotional connection in her divine artwork. And you can see how beautiful it already is. So let's dive into the deck and see what it's all about. So, as usual, there is a message inside. Goddesses, gods, and guardians, I receive your wisdom with an open heart. Thank you for revealing sacred truths that illuminate my soul's path. That's a wonderful affirmation and prayer to start using the deck. We have the booklet over here, and I wanted to read something. I already went ahead and I read it. And I wanted to read something that I feel captures the essence of this deck. So, making this deck as inclusive, accessible, and welcoming as possible was a core element of my vision. You'll meet the spiritual mentors from a diverse range of worldly traditions and cultures and across the gender spectrum. Celebration of difference has been a strong focus of this creation, and my hope is that you'll be able to see yourself reflected within these cards. Here's why I think this is important. When we talk about gods and goddesses from the pagan traditions, it's very important to realize that they are meant to be non-gender specific, because gods and goddesses, they are representations of different functions of the universe. For example, Aphrodite is a function of the universe that is all about the creation of stuff, whether it is plants, whether it is humans, whether it is pleasure. It is the embodiment of love, of sensuality, of sexuality. Apollo, for example, is the embodiment and the representation of music and art and balance and symmetry. So they are beyond just energies, they are functions of the universe, and the universe does not have gender. The universe is not male or female, and the different aspects of the universe aren't that either. So the gods and goddesses of different pagan traditions are essentially our way of understanding those energies and portraying them in more physical ways so that we can have a more palpable relationship with them. Therefore, it is so important that we go beyond the stereotypical portrayal of gods and goddesses and create this gender fluidity, because they're not meant to have a gender anyway. Yes, Aphrodite is primarily feminine, but nothing is just feminine. Everything is balanced in masculine and feminine energy. And all gods and goddesses, they have a balance of both energies. For example, the male expression of Aphrodite, according to the ancient Greeks, was Aphroditus, who was a hermaphrodite kind of god/goddess. Okay, so we're going through the deck right now, and immediately you can see how beautiful the images are. There is so much detail that they almost feel like they're pictures, but they're paintings. Now let's stop here for a while and appreciate the beauty of Aphrodite, and also appreciate her voluptuous body, because in the same way that gods and goddesses don't have gender, they also don't have a specific portrayal. So I don't personally like all the portrayals of Aphrodite as this gold haired skinny beauty. She was never portrayed this way. I am from Cyprus, the place where, according to the myth, Aphrodite was born here. And in all the ancient statues we have, she's never a blonde, skinny girl. She's like that. So I'm really grateful to see, here's Apollo, my favorite god. And you can see I have him over there in the background. Love, love, love Apollo. And I mean, Apollo, according to ancient Greek myth, he was bisexual. So you can see in what a beautiful, diverse way the ancients portrayed their gods and goddesses, which I feel is something we are coming back to more and more. It's about time, right? Love the image of Isis and Kali Ma. So you can see there is a blend of gods and goddesses from different pagan spiritual traditions. The way the ancients portrayed their gods had to do with their own perception of themselves, and also they modeled their gods and goddesses after their own facial characteristics, because pagan earth-based traditions are ethnicity-based. It's how different countries and cultures portrayed the divine through their own understanding. And this deck blends the different traditions, which creates this beautiful, diverse feel for the cards, which I love. And it's an opportunity for all of us to connect with different traditions, to appreciate them, not culturally appropriate them, but really appreciate their history, appreciate their spirituality, appreciate working with them and their energy. Now, something that I forgot to mention is that, yes, we have gods and goddesses, but we also have guardians. For example, let's just go through them and find one of the guardians so I can show you. We have guardians representing different, like this one, different energies of different civilizations that existed before our own, or different aspects of nature. Here we have an Avalon priestess. Then we have a star maiden. So we have the energy of the stars coming in as well. Let's find another one. I'm sure there was a dryad at some point, representing the wisdom of the trees. So here we have the dryad. Dryads are the spirits and consciousness of trees. So instead of just working with gods and goddesses, we can work with those minor deities, these secondary deities like the dryads, for example, or a butterfly maiden. So beautiful. And the mermaid of Lemuria. How cool is that? Okay, so shall we go ahead and do a collective reading of the cards? I'm just gonna shuffle the cards, holding the intention of giving everyone who's listening and watching this right now to get a message that will allow them to connect to the gods and goddesses, to find the wisdom within them, to find and follow their life purpose. This card popped out for me. Ra. Share your gift. Now, I'm not very familiar with Ra. I feel he's a god, the Egyptian god of the sun, but let's go in the booklet and find out more about it. So it's an opportunity to learn. That's why I love this deck as well. No, Ra, 144. Let's go and find out what it's all about. I mean, I usually read the cards intuitively, and I will, but I also want to get some information about Ra before I do so. So, Ra was a god of heaven, the sun, and the origin of life in Egyptian mythology. Described as creator of everything, he was so powerful and popular, and his worship so enduring, that some scholars say that Egyptian religion had only one god, Ra. The Egyptians built solar temples in his honor, and throughout the dynastic period, he took many other blended forms such as Ra, Horakthi, yes, and Amun-Ra. Ra was a high priest in Atlantis and watches over those who are now rediscovering their ancient Atlantean gifts. Okay, so here's what I love about this card and learning about Ra, the god of the sun. Now, the Egyptian god of the sun. For the Greeks, the god of the sun was Helios or Apollo, and there is usually a connection between those gods because essentially there is only one sun. There are just different representations of that same energy as conceptualized by different cultures around the world. So their is a correlation and a connection between Ra and Apollo, because it is the same sun god, just expressed and represented in different ways and with different nuances. So as I'm tuning into this card for you, I want you to bring your attention into your solar plexus chakra that is correlated with the physical and spiritual sun. Your solar plexus chakra is the base of your personality, of your gifts, of your talents, of your abilities, of your purpose. And I want you to visualize an energetic cord extending from your solar plexus chakra, reaching out and connecting with the physical and spiritual sun as brought forth by Ra, by the energy of Ra. And allow energetic and spiritual vitamins from Ra and the spiritual sun around your gifts, around your talents, around your purpose, to flow through this energetic cord from the sun and into your solar plexus chakra. And as you're receiving this transmission of frequencies, allow your solar plexus chakra to grow and feel the energy of the sun flowing through your entire body and filling you up with the vibration of your purpose, with the vibration of your gifts. And allow Ra to inspire you, to guide you, to empower you with all that you need to know to be able to follow your purpose fearlessly in this life. Take a deep breath in, feel this energy, and when you're ready, let it go. Okay, my beautiful light workers, thank you so much for watching this unboxing and review of Sophie Bashford's beautiful deck, Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below which of the cards was your favorite, and make sure to follow me for more videos all about finding and following your purpose, as well as more card deck reviews too.